Really I am, but it's quite out of the question.
Oh, why'd you let me do it?
I couldn't stop you. Anyone would think you hadn't eaten in a month.
Well, apart from Mrs. O'Regan's cooking of mine, I haven't. Where do you think I'm hanging around you?
Oh, I'll get you.
Kiss better than Mrs. O'Regan. Ah, now you look better.
Oh, how did I look before?
Beautiful. Bit worried about something, aren't you?
How did you know that?
Oh, I'm a clever little bugger. You want to talk about it?
Oh, I suppose I'm just being silly, really, but George does look run down, doesn't he? I mean, did you see him before we left?
Yeah, he was lugging bundles of papers around, would have knocked the youngster in.
That's just my point. He's not a youngster anymore. Honestly, Rick, I'm all he's got. What's he going to do when I go away and do my home economics course? I mean, he'll just run himself into the ground.
No, he won't. I'll keep an eye on him. Keep me from missing you.
Thanks, Rick. Maybe you could just talk to him. Get him to relax a bit.
Relax.
And so, in the name of compassion and humanity, we, the undersigned, ask that Hannah Geldschmidt be granted permanent residency in Australia. What do you think?
Good one, Jude. Nobody could have done no better. Now, where do I sign?
Just there, top of the list.
No X's counted. Oh, Beauty, never had to sign a petition before.
How about you, Reb? Come on, I know you think you have an axe to grind.
I
but
don't
this is-
think, Brian. I know. Now, come along, Phyllis. Doc Evans wouldn't like it if he thought you was being stroppy.
Listen, I've not seen the doc anymore, and that means no more fags and no more bludgeons. So why should I sign a stupid bloody thing?
Because if you don't, Hannah might have to go back to Germany, and that doesn't seem very fair to me. In fact, I'm getting mad just thinking
give
about
us
it,
the
Phyllis.
bloody thing, anything to shut you up. Gutless wonder.
Thank you very much.
What do you got there, Brian? Your laundry list?
It's nothing really, Miss Ferguson.
Well, then if it's nothing, you might just as well give it to me.
Come on, it's a petition to help Hannah. We're not doing any harm.
You're not doing any work either. Now, come on, hand it over.
Oh, Miss Ferguson, we're not breaking any rules.
Now, Brian. Problems? Ah, Brian's just being a little secretive today, that's all.
It's nothing really. It's just that we've got a petition here to help Hannah. I was showing it to Miss Ferguson. I thought maybe you would sign it.
I think it's a marvellous idea. As a matter of fact, we'll take it to Mrs. Reynolds and see if she'd like to sign it as well. She wants to see you.
Is it about Hannah? Is she okay?
Yes, she's going to be fine, so there's no need to worry. Have you finished with that, Miss Ferguson? Thank you. Come on.
All right? How about you good Samaritans get on with the work you're being paid to do?
Yes, Miss Ferguson. I think I can promise you there won't be any repercussions, Judy, but Mrs. Davidson needs a name. Otherwise, the department will be down on all our necks.
Mrs. Reynolds, I know that newspaper article was just what Hannah needed. But if you think I'm responsible for it, you're wrong. I only wish I was.
You mean you didn't make another call? Well, I thought maybe one of the other women
Look,
may have
if
tried.
one of the other women had done it, I would have heard about it by now.
Well, we're back to square one. I'll just have to tell Mrs. Davidson we couldn't find the culprit. The damage has been done now, anyway.
Yeah. Look, maybe we can help by getting a petition together. I was wondering, I mean, well, Mrs. Morris is...
I've already signed, and I'm sure some of the other officers would like to. Good. Makes a change for us all to be on the same side, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know, I wish I knew who made that phone call. Then I'd know who to thank.
Well, I think it's ridiculous to veto the women's phone calls one minute and then give them permission to circulate a petition the next.
Now the article's been printed and the story's become public, the women have every right to their opinions.
Oh, maybe so. But it still doesn't give Mrs. Morris the right to undermine me in front of the women.
Oh, I did not. I simply walked in and found you holding the petition. Nothing was said. Now, I signed that petition because I believe in it. And Joyce and Colleen and Joanne are going to do the same. And I already have.
I hope no one expects me to sign it.
That's up to you. No one's forcing you. You've got a choice. And that's the whole point, isn't it? The women choose to help Geldschmidt. Meg chooses to support them.
Yeah, and what about the department? They'll have to know.
Oh, well, I dare say you'll tell them if nobody else does.
Well, I think the minister should be informed.
Well, I think our news hound has finally gone away happy.
Good. Oh, I think Miss Ferguson has something she'd like to tell you.
Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Yes, it seems that the women are getting up a petition to plead for Goldschmidt.
Are they? Well, it's within their rights to protest. Who knows, it may even do some good.
But the department have to...
The department won't approve of it. Officially, that is. But we are quite human despite the bureaucracy. We all know that poor woman deserves all the help she can get. I certainly wouldn't want to send her back. Would you?
No, of course not.
Try it now.
Okay, boss, whatever you say.
See? I knew it was the distributor.
Cordon bleu cook, A-grade mechanic.
You're sending me up.
Would I do that?
Yes.
Oh, look, I am very impressed.
Yeah, well, I don't promise it'll last. Might be a good idea to get it to a garage.
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, how is your carpentry? Because I've got a window that won't open,
Go.
the roof leaks,
Go.
and the plumbing in the bathroom, my God.
Sort of makes me feel real good, you know. Me signing that piece of paper could make all the difference to Hannah, I do.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
Hey, do you reckon Mrs. M will really get the screws to sign?
Well, she said she would.
Sure she didn't. Screws never lie, do they, Jude?
Oh.
You must be taking zombie lessons from Parker.
Oh, give it a rest, Keen. I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like being a zombie. Too bad, Parker. It's not your fault. You were just washing your face when the toilet seat fell on your brain.
A good one, Reb. I wish I'd said it.
You probably will.
Now listen, why don't you two just shut up? At least we have the courage of our convictions.
Oh, yeah. Now, which conviction is that? The one for robbery or murder?
Parker, you've got a visitor.
Hey, I only had one a couple of days ago.
Yeah, and you got another one today, the same one. You've been holding out on us, Parker. He's very eager.
What do you know? Cass has got a boyfriend.
But he had to leave his CNI dog outside.
I'll give it a rest. He's not a boyfriend, he's just a mate.
And whatever he is, I suggest you hurry up. He may have all day. I haven't.
And there was this ridgy-dig squire they brought all the way up from England. I tell you, I was so nervous, my mouth was as dry as anything. Well, then he looks at Lucy, and she sort of snuffles his hand.
Oh, she used to do that when she was a nipper, remember?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, then he says to me, in one of them real posh voices, he says, "Fine example of a saddleback brooding sow. Absolutely first class."
Oh, you mean you won?
We won, Kaz. If it hadn't been for you, she wouldn't have made it past the suckling stage. Well, that's why I want you to have this. I reckon it should be yours anyhow.
Oh, Charlie, no, I couldn't. You waited years for this.
But I want you to, Kaz. Think of it,
Oh.
Just a minute.
please.
No passing goods without a security check.
Security? Oh, look, I didn't know the rules. I'm sorry. It's just a ribbon.
Still has to be checked. You could be trying to pass drugs.
Drugs?
No, look, Miss Ferguson, it's just a ribbon. It's a present for me.